Oh yeah, we were talking about fighting games. I wanted to bring up 2XKO.
Oh god, that game looks like a fine. Looks fine.
The story of 2XKO is way more interesting than the game itself right now.
Story?
Well, I mean, even then, it's not like that in depth. It's mostly just there was this game a long ass time ago called Rising Thunder. It was a free to play fighting game that didn't have inputs and instead had like MOBA like cooldowns for your specials. People liked it. Riot saw it and was like, oh shit, we'll take that. We'll make a League of Legends fighting game out of it. So they bought it. Rising Thunder died. They took it offline. Then the next decade basically was spent with the Cannon brothers making 2XKO, and it's like the longest development cycle for a fighting game ever. And even though it's a 2 versus 2 fighting game, it's only going to have 10 characters on release despite being in development for almost a decade. And it's like a lot of people that I see talking about it negatively are just like, this is the greatest scam. They are literally just cashing Riot checks to not work on this game.
Has the development restarted a bunch? How is it only 10 characters after 10 years?
I assume that's a lot of the game is going into presentation, but right now the game is on the second beta test or alpha test or something. Right now it's the second alpha is an invite only thing, you can't apply to it, you just get invited to it. But I guess the game is very different from how it used to be, from the beta test, so that was just a few months ago. So I can only assume that there's no designer on this game. People just think of an idea and we're like, oh, what if we put in that in the game? And then they'll put it in the game, and then they just and then later they're like, oh well, that kind of sucks actually. We'll spend the next year taking it out of the game because it was kind of annoying to put in the game. And they just keep doing that over and over. That's the only thing I can assume that's what's happening in this fucking development period. What I'm mostly bringing this up for is that 2XKO's development by itself justifies Sakurai's whole design process. I always come back to the Sakurai is God's gift to gaming. As I keep coming back to it. Also, can this fucking Butterfree wake up? Why am every time I get put to sleep, I'm always asleep for the maximum amount of turns? Wake up! Oh my god.
Careful. Come back.
Honestly, I hope I don't. I hope this Butterfree falls asleep forever and I die. To reiterate from what I was talking about last week, how Sakurai's philosophy is, even if it seems obvious, question if it's really needed in the game. And it seems like that is the complete opposite end of what 2XKO is doing, where it's a tag fighting game that doesn't have motion inputs, but every combo you see is a touch of death thing. And it's the most fucked up fighting game of all time. League of Legends players are gonna hate this shit. Not only because there's only 10 characters out of the 200 that's in the MOBA, but also because you're just gonna get one shot basically. Which just makes me wonder why they even removed motion inputs in the first place. And the game is mechanics. It's I feel like Guilty Gear Xrd is mechanics overload just because I'm not good at it. But 2XKO seems like it's actually that for real, where there's not that many buttons, but there's a lot of mechanics, so each button can do 5 different things.
Well, from the first beta, I remember feeling like it had the same problem that Strive and a lot of modern fighting games have, where every combo is and then a 30-second long cutscene super.
Yes.
If they're gonna apply the "is this really necessary" method to anything, they should apply it to fucking supers that are just cutscenes.
And Tekken is the worst about that shit. I hate cutscene supers now, no question. Fighter Z is in the middle. Some of the cutscene supers are too long, but some of them are fine. But then now modern fighting games like Street Fighter 6 level 3s are horrible to watch. Tekken 8 supers are horrible to watch. 2XKO combos are horrible to watch. Just exhausting. And yeah, the hit stop is I swear to God that there's been a resurgence in people learning what hit stop is. I remember there was a surprisingly long time where people were how come games are freezing all the time? Why are they doing that? And they don't know what that is, I guess.
I feel like if people are saying that, then it means that it's too much. Because the thing is, hit stop is good. You kind of don't really know that it's
Yeah, it's always been a... Like, Smash Bros. Has always done it well. The 2XKO, the presentation's all over the place, because I think the game visually looks pretty good, and surprisingly, the hit sparks and, like, hit effects look pretty good, even if they are a little visual... They're approaching visual diarrhea. But the sound effects are shit, and the hit stop is shit. So, you know. This is ultimately all to say that I think the only reason that 2XKO has been in development for so long is just because the developers don't even know what they want to make. The design documents keep changing. Like, someone keeps going over them with whiteout.
I think there's a design document?
That's a good point. Maybe I'm thinking too highly. See, these motherfuckers will wake up instantly. I kind of need to stall now, because if I get hit with Yawn from Slowbro, I'm just insta-dead. I need to not die, but I also can't... Or I need to not kill this thing, but also I can't put it to sleep because it has Safeguard up. And Slowbro turn 1 is always going to do Yawn, apparently. And then I'll be asleep for 5 turns, so everything can just one-shot me. Ah!
I've, like, never seen freezing.
You know, this Butterfree was, like, extremely lucky throughout this entire playthrough, but just in this one recording session, I've missed Sleep Powder, I think 6 or 7 times. I started counting them. And again, 97% accuracy. Thank God we're not using Fire Emblem's, like, true hit system, or else I'd be even more pissed. 97 accuracy is like 99 accuracy in Fire Emblem. It also doesn't help that I'm, like, just barely not strong enough to two-shot anything. Or maybe I could two-shot Slowbro, but this thing is especially defensive as fuck. Don't wake up and don't use Safeguard. Okay, that's fine. It's actually good, because Slowbro will get hit by that. Critical hit. Thanks. I like the effect of hail. Now every turn is going to take twice as long because of the hail animation. Like, I was buffeted by the hail. I restored my health with the leftovers. Please don't wake up after 1 turn. Oh, nice. Alright. That's good. Making progress, finally. There's Jinx, which I don't have a special or super effective move on. There is Lapras and Oyster.
Which of these 5 battles do you think will be the hardest?
Honestly, probably this one, just because Bruno and Agatha I can just spam Dream Eater against and wipe them. Lance will probably... Wow, holy shit, critical hit. I'm sorry I talked bad about luck. Lance might be hard, because he'll probably try to, like, Thunder Wave me constantly, but won't, like, one-shot me with anything. 1 or 2-shot me. And the rival, my like, moveset is pretty well suited for fighting him. I think this will be the hardest.
Are you gonna save after every battle?
Yeah. I've said this before, but I was originally gonna do these as, like, no retries. But then I was like, wait. After doing Yell, I was like, wait, that's gonna suck dick. I'm not gonna do that, actually.
Dream Eater should be like 250 power, but it forces them to wake up. But they'll be dead, so it doesn't matter.
What is that move? The Smelling Salts or, like, a Wake Up Slap works like that?
Oh.
It's a move that does a fuck ton of damage, but, well, yeah.
It should be that it's 200 power, it wakes them up, and it wakes them up with all their stats raised.
And also it keeps them on 1 HP, so they can't actually die from it.
Yeah, and also they can't die for the rest of the battle.
I think you should go work for Game Freak with ideas like these.
You should go work for 2XKO. People saying, like, 2XKO is a shit name is like, whatever, because those... I saw a bunch of people saying that it should have been called
Double Knockout.
Runeterra Rumble. And, like, anything Rumble is shit.
Why do you think Rumbleverse died? What was that game called? It's gonna be so awesome when I get to Cloister and it gets a critical hit Blizzard and I instantly die. Oh my god, fucking stop. This is approaching, like, Gen 4 levels of irritation. With the slow-ass health bars and all the
So
item
slow.
effects.
Yeah, this is really slow.
Oh no. No, please. No! Don't do this to me. No! Don't. Do not.
How? The confusion hit against yourself uses your stats, right?
Yeah, it uses your attack stat. I don't know how... Oh, thank God. I don't know how strong it is, though. And I don't think it's a type, so you won't get hit harder if you're a normal type. That's why Swagger is such a devastating move.
Oh, also, Dream Eater should restore 100% of the HP.
Oh, that's a good thing for you.
It's 200 power. What other move has 200 power?
I can think of a couple.
Except for self-destruct.
I can think of another one.
Explode.
I can think of another one.
What, Thunder?
Oh, I actually can't think of any. Jesus Christ. That honestly makes me suspicious about whether I'll actually be able to beat the rematches. If I was struggling when I was like 15 levels ahead, and they're like in the 70s on the rematches, I'm pretty sure. Bruno is better than he was in Gen 1, but he still has 2 Onyx, so he's not that good. This game has a lot of fighting types. Like, he could have just not had the 2 Onyx. Could have replaced them with Primeape and Poliwrath. You know how in the anime, well maybe you don't, Hitmonlee's voice is really high-pitched?
Yes.
And then it just isn't like that in Smash 64 because it's like using the Japanese voice or something. Kind of weird. I don't have anything to go off of with that. Hitmonlee was my favorite Pokemon that was the, like, spawn and then just awkwardly arc over to the enemy that it's targeting. I'm not really a huge fan of Lyn. I know Lyn isn't a Pokemon, but bear with me.
Lyn is pretty scary.
I wonder if the lady that voices Lyn, the assist trophy, if they got her to voice her in Fire Emblem Heroes. Or any of the games that she appears in, I guess, because she's in Fire Emblem Warriors, too. Never really thought about that till just now. This is before Citrus Berry recovered 30% health instead of 30 health.
That's, I think.
Yes, it is. I'm not really afraid of Hitmonlee because it has like 2 moves unique to it and neither of them are threatening. Okay, well, die. Begins and ends with Onyx. Yeah, that was way less of a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Jeez. Didn't even give that much experience because it's technically not evolved. I always remember there's a part in the anime where, I don't even know how Ash knows Agatha because the way that, like, the quote-unquote Elite Four works is completely different, where it's like a round-robin tournament. But, he knows Agatha, and then in, like, the Gen 3 or Gen 4 series, he fights Agatha, and it's like Pikachu versus Gengar, and he's like, Pikachu, use normal type attack, and then just goes right through Gengar, and he's like, oh, I forgot! Like, what do you mean? How? How do you forget?
There should be a sleep type. They can't go to sleep.
It's the opposite of sound type.
Because they're always asleep.
There is a Pokemon whose ability makes it perpetually asleep. Or makes it, like, functionally asleep, but not actually asleep. I think the only thing that means is that it can't be affected by status debuffs, and it can use moves like Sleep Talk and Snore. But it can also have Dream Eater used on it. This is another thing I don't know why I know about competitive Pokemon, but like the only competitive set that it has is Last Resort, which is an incredibly powerful normal move, but you can only use it after you've used your other 3 moves, and Sleep Talk. So you use Sleep Talk, and then it just immediately picks Last Resort, a incredibly powerful, that might be 200 power, a super powerful normal type stab move. That's like the only thing it ever does, which feels like a total waste of a gimmick, but I don't know. It's a cool concept for a Pokemon. I think it's a koala. It's like the Pokemon that's a koala holding onto a little log. And there's like the theory that the log is actually the Pokemon, because the koala part doesn't change, it's shiny, but the log does. Or something. But I was playing the Lyn Fire Emblem game, and then I got to the Fog of War chapter right after you get back from the Dread Isle, and I was like, oh, fuck this, and I stopped playing. I started playing it again last night. I don't really have anything to say about the game itself, but I did kind of realize, like, oh, you know, Fire Emblem has very good character design, actually. I can't really, like, articulate what I like about it. It's the same kind of thing how I feel about Tales of character design. I think 99% of characters are very well designed, with just the occasional stinker. You know, in Fire Emblem's case, the stinkers being, like, Corrin and Toothpaste Chan.
Honestly, the only character that stands out to me from Fire Emblem is Ike.
Maybe just because I like the bright colors of Lynn's games, but I like Hector, Eliwood, and Lynn are all really good. But yeah, that's like all of the units that you can recruit all have very good designs, and like some of the Fire Emblem does have the problem where it's like if a character shows up in a cutscene and is ugly, they're probably a bad guy. And if they show up as a bad guy, there's actually an Awkward Zombie comic about this. It's like if they're an enemy but they look nice, they don't look ugly, then you can recruit them more often than not. Which is kind of funny, if not more than anything. Ugh.
Why is that so weak?
Because Gyarados has quite a lot of special defense. It's a special defense tank and it has Intimidate, so pretty good Pokemon. That's what did that little damage. That's definitely better. You'll probably still put him in red though, and then he'll heal. I am not looking forward to Aerodactyl. Thing's gonna fucking... Oh my god, seriously? You're not even in the red, you piece of shit. I hate looking at the pause before the item because it just means I'm gonna have to waste another like 5 turns of slow-ass health bars and animations. I should really just turn animations off. Because at a certain point, the visual stimulus just is not worth the loss in my life. My physical life force. I guess this Gyarados is going to be a bigger pain than I thought. I'll probably have to reload and use my other ethers and stuff. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to do this. I don't have enough PP and my attack was cut from Intimidate, so Aerial Ace is not going to do super well. This thing's staying asleep for a while. DNA beam. It is good though, that means he can't heal. He's gonna be in the recharge turn. Damn. I mean, yeah, I literally don't have enough PP to do this. Are you ready to lose? No. You know how in Pokemon Puzzle League, the normal type block was blue? Like dark blue?
It was like sparkly.
What color do you think the dragon one would have been? Like dark green? Or like dark kind of puke yellow? Oh, that's a good start.
What if it was just like black?
Completely black. That would be pretty striking. I can't believe I fucking come back to this game after 3 weeks and I immediately miss a 97% accurate sleep move.
Well, to be fair, I did mod that. There has been a 3-week gap between the Elite Four.
Yeah, Red has been standing in the room with this guy for so long. I actually might turn off move animations because of fucking leftovers. I didn't know that it had the stupid chewing animation.
They need a Path of Radiance animation, choose what animations to turn off. They can just turn off leftovers.
That would be great. On an unrelated note, I did finish watching the F-Zero anime. It's like the most schizophrenic goddamn show I've ever watched. It's about nothing for the first 75%, and then it becomes about something in the last quarter.
It's like Tales of Graces.
Kind of, except at least Tales of Graces, there's arcs you can follow, you know, like we were talking about Disgaea. But in like in the F-Zero anime, it's like the first couple episodes are like, oh, it's a main character, like an OC in the Pokemon world, basically. Like that's what the Pokemon anime is, and the F-Zero show is like the same concept. But in the F-Zero show, it's like, okay, we introduce the main character, and then we spend like fucking 30 episodes focusing on random characters that nobody gives a shit about. Like literally, some of them only have 1 episode dedicated to them. Like Beast Man. First of all, he looks like Captain Falcon for some reason, and no one ever brings that up. In the fucking show, he gets 1 episode, and then he's just gone forever. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I can do this right now. I'm like not strong enough, and I don't... Even if I beat Lance, I don't think I have enough like PP or recovery items. I don't want to waste all those items.
You only have 3 re...
The save file is okay, ... for now. Parentheses, 3 retries left. But yeah, the F-Zero show was good. Or, I don't know if it was good. I liked watching it, but it had so many flaws, I honestly don't know if I'd recommend it. I can't even remember what I like talked about the show last time. Was like the whole reason I was watching is because recently there's like a guy who was like AI upscaling the show. I know AI upscaling gives like people pause, but the episodes took so long to come out. I'm pretty sure he was actually putting effort into it. So I was like, oh well, the show like looks good now. I'll give it a shot, and I don't regret watching it, but it was a super weird show. There's no way around it. There's a thing that I saw once that's like a guide to watching Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. Every episode is like a square, and it's like green square if you should watch it, yellow square if it's filler and you can skip it. I feel like if you made that for the F-Zero anime, it would be green square, green square, green square, and then 40 yellow squares, and then the rest is green. That's what I feel like it would look like.
What was the Naruto one?
I think Naruto was mostly fine. It was like there were a couple of strings of like 10 to 20 episodes of filler. It was mostly made because Shippuden is like 50% filler and like not an exaggeration. That's mostly why it exists.